I'm Dawn Timoney. We are live back on location in Germantown. As I said, I'm at Weaver's Way Co-op Farm. We're just above Washington Lane and the hustle and bustle. From time to time, a train even passes by. It's really hard to believe that we are in the city of Philadelphia. And there's an acre-and-a-half plot of urban farming going on right behind me now. Urban farming got its start in the city of Philadelphia about 10 years ago. This is the Mill Creek Farm at 49th and Brown in the Mill Creek section of West Philly, and it's been there for about 4 years. Urban farming is definitely catching on in a lot of big cities, and there's a big reason for it. It shortens the distance from the farm to the table. And with skyrocketing gas prices, produce that is trucked in from out of state now costs a lot more. And urban farms also provide neighborhoods access to healthy food. It's good for the air, for the environment, and it also helps cut neighborhood blight, and it gets neighborhood residents involved as well. So obviously, it is a win-win situation for everyone. And for more on urban farming, just go to our website, NBC10.com, and look under Live on Location. Welcome back. I'm Dawn Timoney, live on location at Weaver's Way Farm in Germantown. No silos here, no tractors, but definitely the sound of traffic on Washington Lane behind me. This is one of several urban farms in the city of Philadelphia, and they are all very different, but they share one common goal: providing farm-fresh food right in the neighborhood. This Mill Creek neighborhood looks like many in Philadelphia, but nestled amid the row homes, separated only by a chain-link fence, is something you might not expect to see on a vacant West Philly lot: an urban farm.
It's right in the neighborhood. So many people are so surprised. You know, they're like, "Oh, wow! I came down Brown Street, and all of a sudden, there's are those fruit trees?"
Yes, they are. Peach, pear, apple, and plum trees. As a matter of fact, you can find all kinds of fruits and vegetables being harvested on this acre-and-a-half site at 49th and Brown. Mill Creek is a nonprofit urban farm operating on a lot it leases from the city, a lot previously filled with garbage, weeds, and drug activity. Now it gives neighborhood residents access to healthy food at a reasonable price.
We are able to sell our produce really cheap because we produce it right here. We pick it and bring it right to the sidewalk.
Mill Creek, which uses volunteers like these students from Saul Agricultural High School in Roxborough, is also all about providing an educational experience for young people.
Some people have never even seen a cucumber on a vine before. And that's really important to us, to show that food doesn't just come off the grocery shelf.
Mill Creek is not the only urban farm in Philadelphia. A very different looking setup can be found at Greensgrove Farms on Cumberland Street, which leases the land from the Kensington neighborhood.
We're kind of the opposite of the Joni Mitchell song, Paving Paradise, to put up a parking lot. We've taken a parking lot and we think we've put up paradise.
And a paradise it is, with beautiful flowers from its nursery blooming in every corner and vegetables galore. This nonprofit urban farm is situated on a former steel factory site that's since been cleaned up by the EPA.
We've been able, through development of a couple of different growing systems, to take the land and put it back into use and try and turn it into something that is an asset to the neighborhood.
Since the land was contaminated, Greensgrove Farms uses greenhouses and raised beds that have imported soil. Hydroponics is used to grow different varieties of lettuce.
There's no soil involved at all. The water carries the nutrients underneath the roots of the plants. The plants grow, and then we cut it the day before we're going to sell it.
And the fruits of their labor can be tasted at the table.
What we hope for and what we strive for is that the food here is going to be better. It's going to have more flavor, it's going to have richer flavor, and it's going to be more nutritious.
In sharp contrast with Greensgrove is the Weaver's Way Co-op Farm in the Aubrey Arboretum in Germantown.
It doesn't feel like Philadelphia out here.
Weaver's Way Co-op in nearby West Mount Airy leases an acre-and-a-half land from the Arboretum to grow fresh local produce for its customers.
Well, you can't get much more local. We have pretty much, you name the vegetable and we're growing it here. It's gone right from the field to the store, picked often the same day.
And with the high price of fuel right now, David Zeloff says urban farming shortens the distance from the farm to the table.
We're not very reliant on fossil fuels in general here. We don't use tractors. We have a small rototiller, but we use a lot of hand labor. We don't travel very far to market, so the price of fuel hasn't really affected the price of our vegetables.
And whether customers find their neighborhood veggies on store shelves at Weaver's Way Co-op or at a Sunday farmer's market, they know the difference.
I like the fresh produce and the organic produce because I have little girls, as you can see, and I like to try to feed them healthy.
It's fresh, a lot of it's organic, and it's wonderful.
Now you're probably wondering if the price is any better if it's locally grown, and sometimes it's cheaper, but sometimes it's not. It depends upon the urban farm. But the urban farms that we visited say that their prices are definitely on par with the grocery store, and they claim that their fruits and veggies taste a lot better. Now, if you want to know where you can buy locally grown, locally produced fruits and vegetables at the urban farms that we just told you about, just go to our website to find out when they're holding farmers markets and when their hours are. Go to NBC10.com and scroll down to Live on Location. Well, it certainly is hot outside. Glenn, you told us we were in for a heat wave, and I can definitely vouch for the heat and humidity out here on the farm.
Well, Dawn, it's the heat is certainly up there. We're in the 90s. We got up to 92 today, but the humidity is nothing like it's going to be as we go toward the end of the week, and that's why the danger comes later in the week.